Well, it's no secret that there is a homelessness crisis in California. Addressing it is complicated.
Yeah, and there are a number of new developments in both Sacramento County and the city of Sacramento that have lawmakers butting heads. Let's take a look at a snapshot of the new ordinances. Sacramento County supervisors voted last night to formally adopt a ban on camping along the American River. Meanwhile, Sacramento City Council voted to enact an ordinance that updates existing codes to make it illegal to leave less than 4 feet of clearance on sidewalks, including dining around entrances, around entrances to buildings.
And this morning, hours after that action by city and county leaders, the question of enforcement is becoming the focus. Now, to help explain that part of the story, we want to go live now to KCRA 3's Mike Tissell. Mike, good morning.
And one of the concerns here is whether or not the city and county is really working together to solve this homelessness crisis, or really they're just taking action to simply shuffle the homeless around. And that's where that issue of enforcement comes in. Both of these measures go into effect within 30 days. However, the city's measure includes an effort to find an alternative place for those impacted, while the city says the county's does not. And while the county budget includes considerably more money available for services that could help the homeless, city leaders are accusing the county of not doing more to make sure that a cleanup of encampments does more than simply moves the homeless around to other public spaces.
We don't have child welfare. We don't have mental health. We don't have alcohol and drug. We don't have even the health department. All of that is the county. And so without them, you're right, we're shuffling people. But with them, we can make a real difference. So it's frustrating that they would take a vote to shuffle people when they have the resources.
There will not be widespread sweeps of encampments. And I know that for some people that's a relief, and for some people that's frustrating, depending on which side you were on. But the county is still really committed to making sure that people are assessed for what their needs are, to see where we can meet their needs before we move people off of these areas.
And keep in mind, there's another issue here that could further display a potential rift between the city and county and how they're moving forward. In November, Sacramento voters are going to consider a ballot measure to allow even greater enforcement to potentially clear homeless encampments from public spaces. However, the city has said that measure would only go into effect if the county agrees to have greater investment in the services necessary to meet the needs of those impacted. So even though the city and county taking decisive action over the last 24 hours, perhaps not exactly on the same page on how to move forward together. Live in Sacramento, Mike Tissell, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Mike, thank you so much for that live report.